I'm sorry. Can we just take a minute to appreciate how good this menu music is? Just one sec. Listen to that. It's beautiful. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to part 3 of the Christmas Sage event. My playthroughs of all these different Sage Sonic fan games, indie games, you have it, you name it. We played a bunch of these already. Today we're starting with Lumiva Legacy. And yeah, let's just get right into it. We get to choose from Bingo, Salamon, or Roy. I guess we'll choose the blue one.
All right.
All right. Oh, let's see, just that audio a little bit. Okay, doesn't look like there's a story mode, so I guess we'll do free play. Start with Verdant Valley, Lazy Summer Day. So I'm pretty sure I've tried this one before. I don't remember if it was last year or the year before. Another game that looks a lot like Freedom Planet. That's the slope graphics are a little rough. You can tell when in sprite work, you can tell when the sprite has been like manually adjusted to go up and down slopes or like just rotated with the rotate tool. Like you wouldn't think it would make a difference, but you can see like on the edges of those pixels how they just sort of like rotate everything slightly. It doesn't make a huge difference, but it is funny that you can even like tell. I don't know why that is. I'm sure someone who's dealt more with game development than I have would be able to tell you. Gameplay's pretty fluid so far. It's weird how that coin just sort of disappeared after a second. Are the rest of these doing that? I gotta... Yeah, see, it like takes a second. What about... Oop, oh, don't hit me, I'll hit me. Let's see what this collision looks like. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. The run animation looks a little funny. I don't know if it's because his legs are moving kind of slow or... It's not bad. Not bad. The gameplay is super good so far. Way better than anything I can do, that's for sure. Looks like there's a boost gauge that refills gradually over time. That blue gauge in the upper left-hand corner. It also seems to refill a little quicker when we get coins, so that's cool. I think that any game, including Sonic games, that have collectibles like rings or coins or whatever, they should do something other than just, or rather, having more of them should do something. Rather than like in Sonic, like all you ever need is one ring for health, or in the older games, 100 rings to get another life. And it always feels strange to me when everything in between 1 and 100 does like nothing. So I appreciate that having like every new coin that you get in this game seems to increase the boost gauge. Yeah, the music in this game is super good. I think out of all the Christmas Sage games I've played so far, this one has the best music. Super impressive. I'm gonna have to look up the composer. I wonder if to see like who all was involved in the development of this. Is there a homing attack or something? How do I get up there? Is that just an obstacle? Can I get up there? I need to be a different character or something, maybe? Can we go around? Yeah, I guess we can maybe go around. Is there a wall jump? Haven't seen any tutorials yet, which is interesting. I guess maybe you don't need them? It looks like the only two controls so far are, besides running, are this kick, and you can do it in midair, and then you got the boost. So, excuse me, probably no tutorials needed. I'm playing all these games, like, with the anticipation of wanting to do a best of compilation later. Like a top 10 or maybe just a best of, I don't know. It's going to be really hard choosing because all of these games, these indie games, are so good, like so well made. The only one I haven't been particularly impressed by so far was that Fetch the Ferret one, and that might just be on me because I couldn't figure out where to go or what to do. All the rest of these have been super impressive. Foreboding format, mechanical intrusion. I felt like that was a good level length. My biggest complaint with Freedom Planet and a lot of the Freedom Planet likes are that the levels are too long and I get bored of it before it's over. Which is funny because, like, Sonic Forces, for example, had the opposite problem. All the levels in that were way too short. I feel like there's at least for me, there's a solid middle ground. Like, the levels have to be between, like, roughly 2.5 minutes to, like, 4 minutes. Otherwise, I don't know, it just doesn't quite jive with me for some reason. You wouldn't think it would matter whether, like, you're playing a bunch of short levels in a row or just one long level, but it kind of does for some reason. I don't know why. At least for me. It helps that in this one so far there isn't a ton of combat either. I've been saying in my other videos, my other live streams lately, that I'm not a huge fan of the more combat-focused Sonic fan games and indie games. So the fact that this one's mostly about the platforming so far is greatly appreciated. And yeah, that music, super good. I wonder what this guy's supposed to be. He kind of looks like a water droplet head guy. Obviously Sonic inspired, like the blue. He's got like a head spike. Lumiva Legacy. Is he a Lumiva? Or is Lumiva his name? I forget. It showed the names of the characters at the beginning of the game and I already forgot all of them. I feel like he could maybe use a slightly stronger identity. Like, or maybe just something, I don't know. I don't know how, if I were the developer of this, what I would change about that. So I actually did make like a demo game back in the day. I made this little fan game, a little dragon guy, who honestly kind of looked like this. He was also very Sonic inspired. So he was like this dark blue color, and he had a little spiky on his head, like a you know, one of those dragon spikies. And I thought he was all right. I don't remember if I ever named him. But it's weird that this guy has pants but no shirt too. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I guess. I imagine some people will love this design. Just not huge on it. This boss, on the other hand, is like fun design. I like the purple. I like the wheel, the big wheel. It reminds me of that Kirby enemy. I think I remember what the Kirby enemy is called. It might just be like Wheelie. Like Wheelie, like if Wheelie and Putt Putt had a baby. That's what that boss looked like. It's not a true content free time stream unless I talk about Sonic, Putt Putt, or some obscure Korean MMO that no one's played before. Do people play MMOs anymore? Besides Final Fantasy 14 and what's the other popular one? Is that it now? Is Final Fantasy 14 the only MMO people still play? I kind of feel like it is. Is that it? Is that all we got for this one? Yep, work in progress. Okay, cool. That was fun. I like this. Ooh. Boss that we had. Okay, I guess we gotta try this out too. Big Zacko. That's a good name. See? Should have named your main character something like Big Zacko. Makes him stand out. Notice, trespassers will be shot on sight. You've been warned. Oh dear. No, but really, maybe this guy has a fine, memorable name. I just have a really bad memory. And I like stupid names like I was about to say Big Zacko's stupid. It's not that it's like dumb. It's like dumb in a good way. Like talking myself into a big hole here. I like it. I like Big Zacko. It's funny. It's fun and funny, and I like it. That's all I'm gonna say. So here's this giant enemy crab, and you need to attack its weak point for massive damage. This boss is pretty well made. It's interesting that... Oh, I'm really bad at dodging. Even though he has spikes on his bottom, I can just like walk through the spike. Oh, I guess when he jumps, that's what hurts you? Oopsies. Oopsies. Let's try that again. Oh, that was cool. Not sure how I did that. I got fireballs now. I didn't know this was a Kirby game. I didn't know I could get firepower. I didn't know I could get Firebird power. It's also not a content free time video unless I make a Homestar Runner reference. Ugh. So this is going pretty well this time. I think, maybe. Lost my... Oh, fire! Okay, I got the fire back. That is very Kirby reminiscent. Oh, come on, get your fire. I like that it doesn't just bounce off the screen completely, like it gives you a chance to get it back. It always bugs me in Sonic when you lose your rings and they just bounce off the screen. It's so annoying. Oh, I'm doing really poorly at this. Alright, we're gonna give that one more try. I'm gonna try not to totally mess it up like a big failure. Like the big failure that I am. Let's try the blue power this time. Got some waterworks going on here. This crab's gonna be in the splash zone, like at SeaWorld. Y'all ever been to SeaWorld? The place that has Shamu, the whale, the big old whale. The fire seems to do... The water seems to be worse than the fire, because at least the fire bounced. Because the water just kind of like... doesn't. I gotta get good at Lumiva Legacy. See, I don't like the feel of that. You can't jump while you're using the water shot, or you can't even cancel the water shot to jump. That doesn't feel great. Feels like you should be able to do that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, well, other than the boss that I really sucked at, that was fun. That was a good little demo. Oh, should I try out one of these guys? Bingo was his name. Bingo was his name-o. Let's try. We gotta try these guys out. Just for a second. I'm not gonna play a whole level with them, but I just want to see like what their powers are, how they handle. Or at least this other guy, maybe. So this one's got like a spin attack. Oh, that's interesting. Got a little flying ability. That's cool. I like that. Just fly over everything. He's a little slower than Bingo. But I think that's... Oh, well actually when he flies, he's like just as fast. Oh, but only to start with. Then he like slows down. It's interesting. I like that. That's cool. Wonder how quickly you can get through a stage if you can just fly through all of it. Yeah, this is fun. This feels good. Like to be able to just like it reminds me of the cape in Super Mario World, or like playing as Ray the Squirrel in Sonic Mania. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna try the other guy now. Okay, what's his name? What's his name-o? Roy. Let's do this. Just for a second, just to see how he plays, what his abilities are. So he's got a... Oh, he's like the Knuckles equivalent? Or like the Shadow, maybe? He's got like chaos powers. I don't know what that does. He's like glowing now. Oh. No, he can always double jump. So what is making him glow do? I can't do it anymore. It's got like a cooldown? It's definitely got like the Knuckles punch going on. How... Okay. Do I need a full... Okay, it takes up the dash gauge. Maybe it just makes you go faster? Let's see if I run now how fast he goes. It doesn't seem to be going any faster. I don't know what that does. It doesn't... Does it make you invincible? Hit me. Hit me. No, hit me. No, I don't know what that glowing thing does. Okay, well, we're gonna move on to the next game. Good demo. Good job, Lumiva Legacy. Does it have... Are there any credits on here? Can I see who made this? Curious how many people it was made by, or if it was just made by one person. No credits here. Rec Center. It's the Rec Center. Tutorial. Oh, there is a tutorial. Okay. That's cool. I appreciate that, like, it's not in your face. It's just like something you can do if you want to know how to play. Oh, I wonder if it'll show me what Roy does if I go back to the tutorial. Hey Alex, how's it going? Ready? Go. Okay, so A is the jump. A is the double jump. X is to punch. X and down. Oh, I had no idea you could do that. That's cool. Okay, X and down is a slide. How do we... Oops. Okay. YouTube hasn't notified me of any streams for the past month. What the heck? Did you click the bell icon? That's annoying. I'm sorry about that. Alright, we're gonna move on to the next game now. Lamiva Legacy. It's really good. You should try it out if you haven't. The music in particular, super good. Okay, we're gonna move that to the played folder, and the next game is gonna be Operation Xmas, Mega Man Y+1. It's a long title. Mega Man Y+1 Operation Xmas. 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 Okay. Well, I appreciate you tuning into this today's stream despite YouTube not notifying you. It's nice that you just happen to be on. LM Team, inspired by Capcom. Can we make this full screen? Some of these games you can make full screen with Alt-Enter, and some of them you can't. But usually the ones that you can't, you can go into the options menu and make them full screen. Yeah, window and display. We want windowed full screen, if we can do that. Full. Yeah, there we go. Oh, we could... Huh. Okay, you can... That's interesting. You can switch it from 4.3 to like 4.4, but not to 16.9 resolution. The bell is hit. What the heck? Stupid YouTube. Oh well. Still awesome that you can make it. Okay, so move that mouse out of there. Yeah, this should be good. We don't need 16.9. Who needs 16.9 when you got 4.3 resolution? What kind of extras do we got? Weapon plus filter. What's the filter? Okay, maybe no filter. Have you checked out any of the Christmas Sage games, Alex? You've been too busy working on homework and your game. Could easily see that being the case. There are a lot of levels in here. Are these all Christmas themed levels? That is crazy. That is a lot of effort for one little Christmas event. The bell has been hit ever since I subbed, by the way. That's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. One snowy Christmas Eve, run, jump, and shoot through an Aurora-powered city. I always have trouble with that word. Select your weapons. Ooh, Frosty Sentry. This jolly soul blocks bullets and retaliates. See, Gingerbread Man. This weapon is a real treat. 2 cookie clones. Copy your move. Every move. Carol Cast. Stun your foes and bring joy to the world. Hit at peak for the mass damage. Mystery Gift. Take aim and fling it for a widespread shot. Shooting Star. Call a comet from space to crash down upon your foe for fatal damage. Reindeer Dasher. Take flight with a rocket. Its nose breaks. Okay. Shooting Star sounds pretty cool. Is that... Do we get these powers in addition to the Mega Buster, I'm guessing? Oh, do we get more than one? We get 2. Okay. Shooting Star and Reindeer Dasher. Sound fun. I have yet to play any games. Are you going to? I hope you get time to, because so far I've been really impressed with all of these. I was mentioning earlier on the stream that the only one that I wasn't super impressed with was Fetch the Ferret, but that might just be on me because I have no idea where to go in that one or what to do. But like all the rest of these have been so well made. Like this feels just like an official Mega Man game. It's awesome. Okay, so I got my antlers. Let's see what this does. Whoa. Whoa, it's like a grappling hook and a damage dealing thing. What about the shooting star? Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I love that. Are there any powers like that in an official Mega Man game? It's crazy how many powers there have been in all the Mega Man games since they have freaking 11 of them now. Like, and there's so many people too who like know them like the back of their hand. It's crazy. Like Mega Man fans. Like I'm kind of a Mega Man. I would consider myself a Mega Man fan, but not a hardcore Mega Man fan. Like one that knows all the games in and out and like what all the powers and bosses are. Like if you ask me my favorite Mega Man boss outside of Mega Man Legends, I would not be able to tell you. Because all the games just sort of blend in together for me. I could tell you my favorite like classic Mega Man game though. The only one I haven't played is Mega Man 11. I've played 1 through 10. And of those, 10 is definitely my favorite. I think because it's the easiest and there's a bunch of like baby difficulty modes. Is there a dash? Oh, the dash is a different button than down and jump. That's interesting. Or the slide, I guess, not the dash. But like, you asked me who my favorite boss is, you asked me who my favorite Mega Man, or what my favorite Mega Man power is, I could definitely not tell you. Because there's just so many. I have no idea how people memorize them. Oh, okay, that didn't turn out well. Mega Man 11 is the best. Oh, is it? Oh, I need to play it. See, I've been trying to, throughout my life, there's so many Mega Man games, and I've been trying to slowly wake my way through them in chronological order. So, like, I've played all of Mega Man 1 through 10, but only kind of chronological order. I played all of Mega Man 1 through 10 before Mega Man 11 came out. And so then after that, I was like, okay, now it's time to move on to Mega Man X. So I did that. I started Mega Man X. And then I got like so burned out playing Mega Man games that I kind of like just stopped in the middle of Mega Man. I think I might have beat at Mega Man X1, but I probably stopped before getting to Mega Man X2. And so now I have Mega Man, all the rest of the Mega Man X's to play and beat eventually. I've beat a couple of the Battle Networks, and I've beat Mega Man Legends 1 and 2 and Tron, Misadventures of Tron Bond. Those are my favorites, are the Legends games. And then like I haven't played any of the Zero games. I haven't played any of the ZX games. I played one of the Star Force games. There's just so many Mega Man games. There's so many Mega Man games. Also, hi, Mostly Positive. How you doing today? Thanks for tuning in. Battle Network for Days. Did you ever play Mega Man X Command Mission? I played a bit of it back in the day, but I was a dumb little kid when it came out and I played it, and I was really disappointed that it wasn't a traditional Mega Man X game. Or actually, rather, I was disappointed that it wasn't a 3D, like fully 3D Mega Man X game. Like, what is it? Mega Man X 7 and 8? Even though those are the worst ones, supposedly. And so I didn't play any of it past like the first half hour. Like I rented it from Blockbuster. I played a half hour of it. I was like, oh, this is turn-based? Dang it, I don't want to play this. And then I returned it to Blockbuster like a few days later. So I hear it's good though, right? I'm assuming you've played it? How is it? If you have. I'm so bad at this. We're gonna give it one more. I don't know. Are there lives in this? Okay, there are. So we'll. Oh no, it's infinite lives. Okay. So I think we're gonna give this one more try before moving on. I'm just so bad at Mega Man. Classic Mega Man especially. Maybe I need to use the star power more. It's really useful, but it runs out so quickly. Oh, come on. No, yep, see, I already ran out of it. Dang it. No, this guy, stop shooting me. Ah, I can't keep up. Can't keep up. I can't do it. I can't. Okay, we dead. All right. Do we want to try one more level or just move on to the next game? I'm doing good, man. Yeah, I played it as a dumb kid too. Got to the final boss, but couldn't beat it. Your Pikachu cake video was great. Thank you. Appreciate that. It was a dumb cooking video that I'm never gonna do again, but I appreciate that you liked it. It was heavily inspired by 8-Bit Brody's video where he did the Sonic Curry. I really liked that video of his. That was an easy stage. Are you serious? Oh, I'm so bad at Mega Man. I liked how he just like, I don't know. There's something inherently funny to me about people just messing up really bad at cooking. And so I just wanted to do that. But then I feel like I did all right at it. So like it wasn't quite bad enough to be funny. So I don't know. Glad you liked it. Mega Man Network Transmission is good too. Yeah, I loved Mega Man Network Transmission. I loved the idea of Mega Man Network Transmission. I played several hours of that one, but again, I'm so bad at Mega Man. And that game, I feel like, was one of the harder Mega Man games. And so I only got like a few stages into that before I had to give up, call it quits, because I was just so bad at it. Okay, let's try the Frosty Century this time, and the gingerbread. No. How about the Carol Cast? But yeah, Network Transmission, what a cool idea. Because, like, I love the Battle Network games, but I feel like RPGs are just such a commitment. So, like, it's nice to be able to play something that's not an RPG in, like, a series that you really like. Because, like, Battle Network, I like the gameplay, but I love the world, like the lore behind it. Like, especially as a kid, the idea of having this little like Tamagotchi guy in your cell phone or whatever in your pocket that like can talk to you like an AI. Like we're getting there. We almost have AI that can like talk to you and you can like have like a little buddy in your pocket. But it's not quite Battle Network level yet. But like that idea appealed to me so much as a kid. So like I loved the story or the just the lore behind the Battle Network games. So like to have a game where I could take a break from that long tedious RPG style and just be like, okay, this is a platformer now. Like that was such a cool idea. I wish more games would do that. Like, and do it well too. It's one thing to do it, but to do it well, like Pokemon, for instance. Freaking the RPGs are great. The mainline games are definitely the best games in that series. But look at that guy. Look at that guy. But then you got games like Pokken, which is completely different, a fighter, and then you got games like Pokemon Snap, which is like a picture taker. But only some like those two are done pretty well. But then you got games like Pokemon Dash, which like, oh yeah, a Pokemon racing game would be awesome, but the execution of it was so bad. I don't know if any of y'all played that game, but Pokemon Dash was kind of terrible. Network transmission is what I wanted Battle Network to be later on. It could have always been a platformer. Yeah, I didn't want it to completely switch to that, but I would have been totally okay with them like alternating, like an RPG one game, then a platformer, then an RPG, then a platformer, because like it was so cool, such a cool idea too, to like have cards that you could like the cards decide what weapons you're platforming with. Because like in traditional Mega Man game, you just got a bar. You have all your abilities after defeating the bosses, and then you got a bar that like slowly whittles down. But I don't know, something about card management, like if done right, games like Battle Network, Kingdom Hearts, what's the Chain of Memories? Is that what the card one's called? And like the Yu-Gi-Oh video games and like the Pokemon TCG video game, like those are all so good. So good. So like I wouldn't want them to get away with the RPG gameplay totally for Battle Network. But just having the different options is really cool. And like especially since the framework was already there with network transmission too, it really is a shame that it didn't sell very well or perform very well. Because it would be awesome if we got a network transmission too. Especially like nowadays. I'm so bad at this. I think they would cater it. More modern development team would cater it towards people like me who are bad at video games, towards a more casual audience. So having a network transmission game that wasn't insanely difficult for me would be fantastic. All right, we're gonna move on to the next game because I suck at Mega Man and it's too hard. I'm sorry. I think, oh gosh, I'm actually having trouble keeping up with chat. That's a new thing for me. Network transmission is what I wanted from, okay. There was also a Wonder Swan game, which was a platformer too. Was there? I knew there was a Wonder Swan Mega Man game, but I thought it was just I had no idea it was a platformer. Is that easy to emulate? Because if it is, I'll totally try that out. I think Network Transmission might have been my first exposure to the games that weren't dubbed. Coming from dubbed anime to the game was jarring, right? I had the exact same experience. I'm pretty sure my first experience to non-dubbed games too. I remember specifically when I turned that game on, because I think that was another Blockbuster rental. I was like, what the heck? Did I get the Japanese version? Or where's the menu option to make this English? I couldn't find it. I was like so confused. That's funny that we had the same experience with that. Rad Venture Alpha. Okay, we're gonna see how well this one runs because I tried this one last year, but it didn't run very well because I had an old graphics card. I did upgrade my graphics card, but I did not upgrade my CPU or anything, so it might still run poorly. We're gonna find out together. The Legacy Collection didn't even bring over network transmission. That's a good start. The Legacy Collection didn't even bring over network that in the Legacy Collection. Wonder Swan emulation is easy. Excellent. I'm gonna have to try that out sometime. Is it good though? Is it a good platformer? I played network transmission first, so I wasn't exposed to the dub at all. Even if you weren't exposed to the dub of Mega Man though, like that, like outside of Mega Man, I had never played any games with Japanese voices in them before. So that was like not only my exposure to the dub within Mega Man or non-dub within Mega Man, but it was my exposure to Japanese dubs in general. Like, because that game came out probably when I was like, gosh, mostly positive. You're like a few years younger than me, right? When did it? How old were you when it came out? I think I was probably 8 or 9, maybe a little older when it came out, something like that. So like I hadn't played. I was a sheltered American boy playing sheltered dubbed American games up until then. Okay, I played Shiver Swamp last time I played this, so let's try Headline Street. Seems to be running well so far. So this guy's got an interesting character design. His name is Rad, and he's like Sonic mixed with Rayman. It's a very interesting idea. Interesting concept. Ooh. Okay. So far, not running well. Oh, wait. Maybe it just needed to get loaded. Oh, yeah. It's okay. I don't know. There's just so much going on with the graphics in this game. And the camera is not inverted. Gotta fix that. That's the number one most important thing. Oh. Option menu doesn't work. Well, I guess I'll just have to deal with it. I didn't even know what language it was, so I thought it was just gibberish. I was 2 when it came out. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I love that. You know, now that you mention it, I might have thought it was like a made-up language as well. I remember specifically, like, I had to retry that Gutsman level so many times. I remember when you start it, he says something like, "Ooh, Gatsu in the Gitty," because I had to replay it so many times. And I don't know, I can't remember because it was so long ago, but I wouldn't be surprised if I thought that was just some made-up Mega Man language. Okay. It's a neat idea for them to make this black and white because it's obviously like 40s gangster inspired. It's a fun little twist. It's a little tough to look at because the graphics are so good. Like the good graphics combined with the black and white is a little jarring. A little tough to look at. That might just be me. Especially like, I feel like the reticles for the homing attack or whatever should probably be colored at least. Because like that's the whole reason they're there, is like an indicator of what you're looking at. And if you can't see those well, then it's kind of like, makes it kind of challenging. Ligma Packing Co. Ligma. Get it? I'm 26, have no clue when I got it. It's one of those situations in my childhood memory where I just suddenly had it. Okay, I'm 31, so I got a few years on you. The game used to be called Rad, and Nitro Rad voiced him. Is it not called Rad anymore? Did they just add Venture onto it? And also Nitro Rad. Is that another YouTuber? Is that the wait? Is that the guy who like wears the Rayman hoodie? Or am I thinking of another guy? And when you say voiced, does he not voice him anymore? Did they have like a falling out of some sort? If so, that's interesting. YouTuber drama. Gonna have to look into that. The camera doesn't follow you. Is that why? Yeah, it's definitely all manual camera. That's a little rough, a little difficult. I'm so bad at video games. I'm sorry. Is there? I don't even know what my moves are. So there's no double jump. I feel like there should be a double jump because these platforms are just out of reach. There's a hover, but how do I use it? Okay, R2, right trigger is the hover. Bumper just seems to make farting noise. Oh, you can run. That's cool. That's good to know. And square is the homing attack, but you can only use the homing attack on certain things, it looks like. So how do I... Oh, do I just have to hold the run button while going across here? Is that it? Oops. Dang it. Nitro Rad is a YouTuber. I think he still voices Rad. Okay, cool. So I was thinking of the right guy. It's been a while. I think I actually have watched quite a few of his videos, but not in a few years. I've definitely gone through phases of my YouTube browsing. Like, first it was just Let's Plays, because like they were new and exciting. And like the only Let's Players I watched, oh, I gotta remember to do the hover. The only Let's Players I watched were this guy named Dishban and this other guy named Sir Ron Lionheart, were like my two favorite Let's Players back in the day. And then I discovered things like JonTron and Normal Boots and Hidden Block, and that's when I went through like my Game Grumps. Like I slowly transitioned from like Game Grumps Let's Plays to watching like just commentary, or not commentary, like what do you call them? Like I just get comical game reviews, I guess, like JonTron and Cat Icarus and those guys. And then after that, I still watch some of those, but definitely not as much as I used to. Like that was probably when I watched all those Nitro Rad videos. And then now I watch, like, I don't even watch YouTube anymore. I mostly listen to YouTube. Because I'm too busy working on my own channel, trying to like edit videos and stuff for myself. I don't have time to watch anything, but I do listen to a lot of YouTube. Because I go for a lot of walks, particularly while walking the dog. I will like listen to long form content like podcasts and stuff, which is why I tried doing the interviews for a while. But and I'd like to do more of them, but I might switch the format up to where it's just like a week, like a monthly podcast. Because not only is it hard finding people to talk with, but you have to like know a certain amount about the person you're interviewing getting into it. And I don't know that many people anymore. So like if I just had, I don't know, I'm not sure what I want to do there. But I do know that I just want to continue making content that I mostly watch and listen to myself. So I think that's what I have the most fun with. So like the main things that I watch and listen to now are like Arlo's game reviews and like commentary videos, and like the Zero Punctuation Yahtzee's podcast, the one that he does with Marty Sleva. I think it's called, used to be called Slightly Something Else. Now it's like Slightly Somewhere Else. I don't know. Okay, so Nitro Rad does still voice Rad. Okay. But he doesn't have a lot of voice lines. Like, I had no idea this guy even talked, because he doesn't seem to talk in the levels. And I don't recall any cutscenes in this game. Oh, it's really, I don't know. This game seems to be really well made. How do I, why is there nothing to, is this it? Is this where I'm supposed to go? I don't know. It doesn't help that I'm a really like ADD impatient gamer. So like, like when I'm playing Sonic, I just expect there to be something in front of me. I just jump off ledges like willy-nilly, like expecting there to be things to homing attack onto and like platforms to land on. But this, it seems like you have to be a little more calculated with and like actually map out where you're going ahead of time. And it doesn't really jive with me, the way I like to play games. Very well made though. I'm not gonna, objectively, this is probably like a ton of people are gonna love this game when it comes out, like full release. But I don't think it's gonna be high on my priorities. Graphics are great, music's great. Like there is a lot of polish, but just main gameplay and mechanics, and maybe just the level design too. Even the mechanics are fine. Okay, yeah, no one's gonna want to watch me failing at this anymore. But yeah, the level design doesn't quite do it for me. I'm sure I'm gonna play a little bit of Shiver Swamp just because I did like what I played of this level. I feel like it was less exploration based and more like just straightforward, like in Sonic. And I had a really bad computer or graphics card when I played this the first time, so I'm curious to see if this has improved on my computer at all. Look, it's that bear who picks up the trash in the old Disney cartoons. Hey, Rad. Can you reach the other campsite? You'll have to go through the swamp. Also, can you find the 4 lost campers on your way? Watch your step. The water is gross and you wouldn't want to ruin your nice shoes. What happens if I don't find the lost campers? Is that going to be an issue? Can I just not say I did? Or not and don't say I did? I'm so... Oh, look at the little bunny ghost. I'm so ADD when it comes to gaming. If I have to do anything while I'm running and platforming, unless I'm like going towards a target, like in games like Mario Odyssey, usually most of those objectives are still getting to a certain point in the map, but having to like collect stuff on your way is sort of another turn off for me personally. Where do I go? Where do I go? I don't know. The level designs got my head around in this game. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna move on to the next game. What do we got going on here? SC 2023 Havoc Fox? Didn't I already play this one? Or do I just remember it from when I was downloading the games? I don't remember. Now playing Havoc Fox. I may have already played this one. Welcome to the Christmas Stage 2023 version of Havoc Fox. New to the demo is okay. Couldn't read that. This is another game that looks. Does Alt Enter work? Yeah, Alt Enter works. I always appreciate that. Ooh, this is pretty well animated. Appreciate that. Oh, why did it... What? Alt Enter. Alt Enter. There we go. Press start. Oh, does this not support controls? What? Wait, it does? Maybe? Okay, X is select for some reason? Can we... Do we have to press F8 through F5 through F8 for quick adjustment? Okay. That worked. Okay. Adventure. Okay, there's no adventure mode yet. Level select. Let's just try Gray the Fox, Moonlit Cove. Yeah, definitely another Freedom Planet-like. There's so many of these Freedom Planet-likes out there now. It's ridiculous. Like, I almost... When it comes to 2D games now, it almost feels like there are more Freedom Planet-likes than there are Sonic-likes. It's crazy. This guy seems a little slow. And like so many of them are so combat focused. It's weird to me. Okay, why is the square button on PlayStation or X button on Xbox is jump? I feel like A should be jump. X is jump. A is oops. A is dash. Y is your projectile. And B is slash. It's almost like this is a Mega Man X-like, or Mega Man Zero-like. Because I don't think you have any projectiles in Freedom Planet. Maybe one of the characters does. But most of the techniques in that are pretty physical. Like you have to be right in front of the enemy in order to use it. Yeah, this is interesting. Oh, he's got like a Kamehameha. That was cool. It's funny that that dash is so fast, but his normal run speed seems kind of slow. It makes sense considering like oh, this is hard. I feel like more of these enemies should be one-shot. Like you should be able to one-shot them. Those those gems that pop out of them kind of look like purple floppy fish. Yeah, like it's not fun to me having to like whittle down health bars on these random enemies. Again though, this is another one where like objectively this is pretty well made. I do wish it's nice that you can use the slash while you're running, but I do wish you could use the gun while running. It's always a momentum breaker. Oh, that looks cool. When you can't run and shoot at the same time. Okay, he's got a double jump. Does he have a wall jump or just a double jump? Okay, it's just a double jump. Like, yeah. That's I'm not a big fan of that giant pitfall right off the bat. Like, in level 1 at least, I feel like there shouldn't be a section where you have to dodge enemies and precision platform at the same time. I feel like that's should be more of an end game thing that you work your way towards. Of course, that could just be me being bad at video games again, but I don't know. I gotta at least voice my opinions on here as a filthy casual who's bad at video games. Or no, it's not just that. It's the platforms break too. So like having to worry about the breaking platforms and dodge the enemies and precision platform onto the platforms all at the same time in like the first level of the game is kind of excessive to me. Seems like a lot to sort of manage. I do like these abilities that they give you though. A slash looks really cool. The Kamehameha is really cool. Let's try that again. Oh, did I lose it? Do you only get one per level? I figured it was like that bar at the top of the screen was like how you used it. But it doesn't seem to want to let me use it again. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I think we'll just do one level of this one. This is well made, but I'm not super into it. Oop, 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 oop. Okay. I watched your shorts where you quick reviewed games, and I was shocked at the amount of variety of games you played. My reaction was, LOL, shit, he's pretty much me. Yeah, like, I'm glad that we've like stumbled upon each other, because we seem to yeah, like you said, we seem to have similar taste in things, or at least similar experiences when it comes to games. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's just so much like I think the one running theme in the games that I've played is that they're all creative, mostly creative and colorful. The only games that I've bought and liked and like really liked that aren't super creative and colorful are like the Just Cause series and like the Half-Life. I can't even say the Half-Life series, Half-Life 2 and the Just Cause games. And that's only because Half-Life 2 is so like incredibly well made and like it was so groundbreaking at the time. Like, and I was saying in my last stream that it appeals to the ADD side of me again, because like you can run around and do whatever you want during the cutscenes, and I thought that was really fun and intuitive. And the Just Cause games, just being able to blow everything up also appeals to the ADD-ness in me. Because, like, I don't know, big thing goes boom appeals to my monkey brain in such a primitive way that, like, no other game series is able to capture. It is getting hot in here. What is this? We're at the very beginning of winter, and it's soup's hot in here. Okay. But yeah, other than that, the only like prevailing theme in my games, in the games that I like, I would say, why can't I get past this wall? What am I doing wrong? The only prevailing theme is that like the games that I like are generally creative and colorful. Which is why I wish that I was having more fun with this game, but I'm just really bad at it, so we're gonna move on to the next game. Stay Bells. Sleigh Bells? Sleigh Bells SLA? Okay. Now playing Sleigh Bells. Also, like, I'm just really... There are so many AAA games out now that are just all the same. And, like, a lot of people talk about it like it's a new thing, but ever since the introduction of FPSs, I feel, and even before that, like, I know in the 90s, 3D platformers, and even before that, 2D platformers on the SNES and like Genesis got a lot of flack for all being the same. Like some game developer would go to their boss, "Geez, boss, what kind of game are we gonna make?" And winter in Texas barely exists, right? I live in California, and yeah, I think it's like 80 here today. Even okay, where was I? in the 90s. People would go to their boss and they'd be like, "Oh, what the heck is going on here?" They would go to their boss and they'd be like, what kind of game are we gonna make? And the boss would be like, "We're gonna make a 2D platformer because that's what everyone's making." And then it was like, in the late 90s, it's like, "What kind of game are we gonna make? We're gonna make a 3D platformer because that's what everyone's making." And then after that, it was like, "What kind of game are we gonna make? We're gonna make a first-person shooter because that's what everyone's making." And now it's like, "We're gonna make a AAA. We're gonna make a cinematic, open-world adventure game because that's what everyone's making." But I mean, for me, personally, like, okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. I'd be happy with just sticking in that 3D platformer era. I feel like that was sort of the peak. I say that, but also, again, this is a 3D platformer. So I don't know. I just want new 3D platformers. And look at what we're playing. A 3D platformer. Really janky one. Jeez, look how stiff that camera looks. Not that camera, but that walk cycle. It's so stiff. But if this was a Game Jam game specifically made for this event, I cannot complain at all. Like, it's this is fine. Looks very silly. Charlotte, is that you? I haven't seen you since graduation. Did you see those bell boings on the left? I heard that they can help us reach higher land. I tried floating while bouncing on one too. They made it go even higher. I downloaded this game with the hopes that it would be one of those subversive horror games. Like, it starts out really bright and colorful and cheery, and then, like, it ends up being a horror game. Because it looks, like, overly cutesy and cartoony. Like, surely the whole game isn't this cutesy, right? It's gotta be some kind of trick, right? Like, look at how big that character's eyes are. And if it doesn't subvert my expectations in the next 10 minutes, then we'll move on to something else. We need 50 bells before oh, we had 50 bells. Perfect. I don't know. I don't know why I downloaded this one. I don't know what I was expecting. Can I not grab that delicious looking cookies and milk? Cookie and milk? I'm so spoiled by games with double jumps. Like, I used to think, since Sonic Adventure 2 was my favorite game for a number of years, I used to think games didn't need double jumps. But now, anytime a game doesn't have a double jump, I just am wondering why the game doesn't have a double jump. It's like that episode of The Simpsons. Anytime Poochie's not on screen, everyone should ask, where's Poochie? Anytime a game doesn't have a double jump, everyone should ask, why doesn't this game have a double jump? Oh gosh, that camera and movement is so janky. I don't know why. The graphics are pretty good, I guess. I don't know. They're not, like, particularly special, but I like the dither. I like how the background's, like, super blurry, but not, like, too blurry. I don't know. Looks kind of nice. Kind of aesthetically pleasing. I'm trying to think of some positive things to say about this. Even though it's very, like, looks like it was made for 3-year-olds. But that being said, it sure beats the heck out of all that mobile schlop we got now. All this stupid microtransaction garbage. I'd rather play this any day. Oh, it's so frustrating. Well, if you count that as a double jump. Oh, wait. Double jump is so satisfying, especially in Banjo-Kazooie. I think I saw you playing that recently. Yeah, I was playing that... like... Wait. Did I play that on stream? I literally played that yesterday, but it was off stream. Are you, like, hiding in my bedroom watching me? Because I don't think I played that on stream, but I literally played it just yesterday because I was gathering footage for this Christmas video I want to do. And Free ZZ Peaks was one of the levels that I wanted to talk about. That's really weird. Maybe you watched one of my older videos where I mentioned Banjo-Kazooie? I don't remember. Oh, okay. Didn't die. LOL, no. Discord says what you're doing. Oh! Project 64? Like, it'll tell you specifically what game you're playing? I didn't know that. That is wild. Oh, that's gross hentai games on Steam, okay? I say as I'm playing a like game for 3-year-olds. I do wonder who the core target audience for this game is. Like, it's pretty well made. Like, maybe this guy, maybe whoever made this made it for like their nephew or niece or something, or kid, or if they're a parent. Like, I could see that. Like, this is something that I would maybe want my 3-year-old to play. It's probably too tough for a 3-year-old, maybe like a 5-year-old or something. We did it. We got all the bells. Okay, we're just gonna do this one level, and then we'll move on to the next one. Honestly, though, I'm kind of having more fun playing this than I was the last couple of games, just because I love 3D games, 3D platformers so much. Like, even though it's silly and the movement is janky, like, I know exactly where to go. I know exactly what to do. The platforming is kind of challenging, but not too difficult. Like, I'm having fun. Purple Demon King, hello, greetings, welcome to Content Free Time Live. How are you today? We're playing Sage Sonic fan games and indie games, and I like these little snowball guys. They remind me of the way that they have like that stretch and squash. Like, I love that. It reminds me of the Spyro games. Like, a lot of the enemies in that like heavily used squash and stretch, and it looked so good. I really like that. Purple Demon King, huh? That is like a really... I like that name. That name radiates Chad energy, if you ask me. What are these guys? Is this like a floppy seal? Just flopping around? Kinda looks like it. I like that. Reminds me of the Hat in Time DLC. What was that called again? It was like Seal the Deal, I think was the name of it. That is such a good game if you haven't played it. Charlotte? I didn't expect to run into you today. I was just trying to find my way across this pretty hazardous area. Actually, if it's okay with you, I'll meet up with you on these pillars in a bit. I just need a few minutes to process what's going on here, you know, so I can get back. See you in a bit. This level is surprisingly long. Oops. Whoopsies. Almost 8 minutes. Why? I don't know. There's like it's such weird contrast. Like this game is surprisingly well made. Like even the camera's not janky anymore. Like what happened? It's like super fluid now. It's like the game just needed to load or something. But yeah, I was saying like it's a weird contrast that like how well this game is made despite looking like a game for 3-year-olds. That's why I expect it to be like a horror subversion game. Did Vanellope tell you what we found? It's so cool. We were taking a walk together and we found the sparkly carrot. Vanellope says they're a sparkle carrot. They're used as a power source for multiple different types of things. Wait, you think you can use it? That's really cool to hear. Just let us know where you're going. We'll tag along. Hey sis, you'll never guess what Sophie and I found. Behind us, a sparkle carrot. These used to be powerful associate ships. You're going on a quest. This is great. You should be able to get this power to... Like, is this not... I figured this level was like the whole demo. But are we just starting on a quest? Because I don't know if I can do this for more than 10 minutes. Not that I'm not having fun, but I feel like anyone who jumps on the screen is going to be... on the stream is going to be like, what the heck is this guy playing? I don't want to look like some kind of weird person who plays baby games. And see, now the camera's like janky again. I don't know why. It's weird. Should we play more of this? I don't know. I'm kind of having fun, but I don't want to... We have a lot of games to get through. And I don't want people to think I'm playing a really weird kids game and just leave. What do you guys think? You having fun watching this one, or should we move on to the next game? Also, I'm sort of running out of things to talk about for this game too, so maybe we should just switch games regardless. Legit looks comfy. I was getting Mario 3D Land vibes from it. Yeah, kinda. Like, yeah, that flutter kick, like it's kind of like the Tanuki flutter in Mario 3D Land. It's just really surprisingly well made. Do I have to go back down the way I came? Oh, no fall damage. That's nice. You should look at my you should look at your what? Can't leave me in suspense like that. YouTube. Okay. I will look at your YouTube. Is this just a thing? Okay. Where do I go? Where do I go? Leap of faith? You want to leap of faith it? Nope, that was a bad idea. Oh, okay. Just go back this way. What are those milk and cookies? Is that just health? Okay, it is health. Cool. I don't know if I'd call this quite on the same level as Mario 3D Land, but surprisingly, it's not too far off. Ah, hello, dear. Don't mind me. I'm just making my flowers. Just something to do while there's still snow on the ground. Haha. Where do we go now? Can we go in here? Can we go around? Where? Okay, this might be where we have to call it quits. This might be the deciding factor. You should look at my YouTube channel. I can do that. Perhaps after the stream or at the end of the stream. I got so many games to get through first. Can we reach? Okay, guess we just go up here. I wasn't expecting to have to jump on houses as part of a main thing you would have to do in this game. I like how well defined the shadow is, like so you know exactly where you're gonna fall. There was a game recently, Sonic Frontiers has that problem where the shadow is too blurry and it's like kind of hard to tell where you're gonna fall. And I want to say, I haven't played it since it came out, but I want to say Crash Bandicoot 4 had that problem where the shadow was kind of blurry and it was kind of hard to tell exactly where you're gonna land, but there is like no question here. Your mother's looking for me? Oh geez, I was expecting to call hours ago. Thanks for stopping by. I'll call her as soon as I can. Stay safe now. Like, look at how well defined that shadow is. We know exactly where we're gonna fall. Leap of faith? Oh, that's not... I thought that was a pit. The ground is so similar colored to the skybox here. I thought that was just a pit hole in the ground. Like, how many games? Well, I want to say I have like 10 or so left to get through. Let me take a quick look. It might not be that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, after this one we have 7 left to get through. So it's not too many. How many games do you have? Like, in general? I have hundreds of games. Hundreds and hundreds. I have at least 250 on Steam, probably closer to 300. And then physical games, I have like probably another 100 at least over the various systems. In cyberspace, I kept dying because I needed a collectible and the drop shadow was like 30 feet away from Sonic, so it looked like I kept falling through the platform, right? That's another thing that hopefully mods can fix. I'm really surprised, unless... I know there was a recent updates for Sonic Frontiers, so maybe they have fixed it by now. Because, like, I was surprised by how much they addressed in this last update. Oh. Okay, well there I couldn't tell where I was going to land. But yeah, I'm just surprised that they haven't made his shadow a little easier to see in that. With all the, like... thought, like changing the mechanics. Oh, okay, we're gonna try that one more time. 250? Yeah, dude. I've been around the block for a long time. I'm a 30-plus-year-old boomer. I've had so many years to collect games, and they keep going on sale. And I buy a lot of cheap games, so like, you can get, if you buy a lot of cheap games like I do on Steam when they go on sale, you can get like 100 games for like, I don't know, $300, no problem. How are you feeling about Baldur's Gate? I finished it the other day at the Game Awards, and I felt like it's now in my top 10 games of all time. Really? I kind of honestly have been the opposite. I loved it when it first came out, but I'm getting a little bored of it. So I was thinking a lot about this, and I think I'm going to do a review on it because I have a lot to say about it. But essentially, I think what it comes down to is the combat. it's really well designed, really well done, but the fact that you have a 4-character party that you have to micromanage in single player mode is a bit much for me. And the fact that you have to alternate, like, and the fact that every single character has so many skills and spells that they can use, it's a bit much for me. I get a little overwhelmed by it, because like it's overwhelming enough just trying to remember what skills and spells your like main character that you make has, but then like having to remember the skills and spells of all the party members on top of that, it just it was hard. And then in my multiplayer campaign, which I was having the most fun with, it gets a little bit, gets to be a little bit of a slog, or a little boring, I'd say, having to wait for everyone to take their turn. And so like if there was a way that you could just let the computer control your other 3 party members, like in Kingdom Hearts or whatever, I think I'd have a little more fun with it. Oh, look at that. I turned into a Pokemon. What Pokemon does this look like? It was not fixed. I downloaded the most recent patch. Yeah, then hopefully maybe modders will fix the drop shadow for that. Because I feel like that's probably something that needs to be fixed. I have over 250 physical games. I need to count. Like, most of my... I have my games... I'm not a true YouTuber because I don't have all... Like, I don't have like 3 bookcases back to back. I have my games scattered all throughout the house. So like, I've never actually gotten them all together in one space and count them. I might have around that many physical games as well. But it's not easy for me to count without like walking all around the house. Like, I guess I could take pictures and then count. Or I could just walk around my house and do it, but I'd feel kind of silly. I am a new starter of YouTube, so my YouTube videos are going to be cringe as heck, no problem, though I've been have some friends that subscribe already, so I don't have that much anyway, so yeah. Okay, cool. Well, welcome to the YouTuber scene. If you're looking for advice, well, I guess I'll wait till I actually check out your stuff to give you some advice. But yeah, hope you stick around. Always like seeing other YouTubers around. Look what I say, please. I am looking what you say. Give me time. There's a lot of comments, a lot of stuff I have to get through. Or did you mean like your videos? I will do that too. I get where you're coming from. It took a 2-month break after playing a few hours of Act 3. The game is straight up slow. That being said, the quality is insane. The soundtrack is unbelievable. That I agree with. Quality is really good. I'd love more AAA games like that. Okay, on to the next game. I would love more AAA games like Baldur's Gate. And the soundtrack is very well made. But it's not quite my taste in music. I was saying earlier in the stream, when we started, we were playing this game called Lumiva Legacy, and that had an incredible title screen theme. Do we have to manually map this? Start. Oh, it's not even taking my controller. Okay, I guess we're just gonna play mouse and keyboard for this one. Z, X, and C. But yeah, Baldur's Gate, the music in Baldur's Gate, it's very atmospheric, and it fits really well with the game, and it's incredibly well made. But, it's kind of loud. But, gosh, it's so hard to think and play video games at the same time. Oops, what happened? That was weird. Try that again. None of the soundtrack, none of the songs in Baldur's Gate, I feel, are something I'd want to listen to outside of Baldur's Gate. And more of a fan of the music that like I can just listen to anytime on my MP3 player or whatever. and I feel like the Baldur's Gate soundtrack is one of those soundtracks that just feels great in the game. And maybe there are a few songs that I'd want to listen to outside. I don't know what's going on here. The game keeps crashing. Oh well, I guess we aren't going to be able to try that. Sonic Blast next. I'm 11 years old, so that's why I'm saying it should be cringe. Yeah, I was pretty cringe when I was 11 years old. At least you admit it, though. That's the first step, is admitting that you're cringe. I'm 31 years old, and I'm still cringe, so... The following is a work in progress. Art, music, and level design may change in future versions. Sonic Blast next. Can we make this one full screen? Doesn't look like it. Does this one support controllers? It does. Okay, that's nice. Is there any music in this one? Okay, this one's way quieter than the last game. Turn that up a smidge. Look at that. Look at how fluid that animation is. Knuckles is slightly less fluid, but look at how waggly Sonic's finger is. Look! Green Hill Zone Act 1. Go! Oh yeah, okay, so this one is, I guess, a remake of Sonic Blast on the Game Gear, I think? So... I don't know if I actually ever played Sonic Blast. I played a lot of Sonic 3D Blast. I was really bad at it, and I never got very far. But I don't know if I played much Sonic Blast in general. I don't know if I played any of it. If it was included in one of those like Sonic Adventure collections or whatever, then I probably have played a little bit of it. But I definitely have heard that it's one of the worst Sonic games, so it's interesting seeing this remake. So far, this plays pretty well. I have to go now. I have school. Ah, shoot. All right, well, thanks for tuning in, Purple Demon King. No worries. Thanks for sticking in. I'll check out your YouTube channel later. I actually, you know, since you tuned in, check out this video later. I will check out your YouTube channel and leave you a few comments, just because I like to support people. I am not ageist. I will take a brief look at your YouTube channel. So anyway, Sonic Blast. This is fine. Oh, my light turned off. Did it run out of batteries? Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's getting dark in here. Oh, yeah, my light just completely died. Okay, that's fine. We'll just have bad lighting for the rest of the video. It's fine. Who needs... I don't even know why I do a face cam. I'm thinking that maybe it appeals to the Zoomers. I'm assuming the Zoomers like the face cam. That's what Twitch has led me to believe. Of course, I don't stream on Twitch. And I don't know if the Zoomers... Well, clearly some of the Zoomers watch streams on YouTube. I've also considered going back to VTuber. The VTuber shtick. Because I did have that set up for a while, like on my oldest streams, the ones that there aren't VODs of. But, it's such a pain to get set up. Because you gotta open the VTuber program, and then you gotta stream it to OBS, and then you gotta stream from OBS to YouTube. Such a pain. It's getting dark in here. One sec, gotta turn on some lights. See you next demo. Okay, I guess that was the whole demo. That wasn't bad. I could see myself wanting to play more of that. How many games we got left to get through? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we are making really good progress. Next game is Sonic Drift 16-bit. Sonic Drift 16-bit. Okay. This game is early in development. Expect many bugs and rough edges. Demo controls. Drift, hop, accelerate, item, and steer. I wasn't a huge fan of the Sonic Drift games. But I really like Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. So, and I'm not sure if I didn't like the Sonic Drift games just because of how old and like dated they are now, or if because they're actually not great games. So we'll see how this is. So far, this looks amazing. Like, presentation-wise, this could easily be official. This looks so good. Let's play as... I gotta play as Sonic. We'll start with Balloon Panic. CPU aggression. Let's start them on low. Oh, this looks good. It looks like Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart mixed with like the special stages from Sonic CD. Yeah, this is pretty good. Plays pretty well so far. Is there a drift button? Ah, the dog is here. I got distracted by the dog. Yeah, this is pretty good. I wonder how that drift works. I wonder if it's like Crash Bandicoot rules, where like the drift will... Oh, and there's like power-ups? That's cool. I don't remember if there were power-ups in the original Sonic Drift. Good thing I set the CPUs to easy. See, that's the thing with racing games, is like you have fun playing them, but they're not very... They don't go very deep. I don't know. They can. It can be really challenging to get really good at racing games, but it's like fighting games where like, unless you're really into that, it's hard to like know what to look for in the game and like what to talk about in the game. Because like I do enjoy racing games, especially kart racers like this. But as far as like the deep mechanics go, I don't know if it's something that I'd want to put the amount of time into to like figure out all the ins and outs, see if there's like snaking and like trying to get super real good at. I do wonder if there's a multiplayer mode though. This would be fun to play multiplayer. And my wife loves racing games, so that would be something that may be up her alley. Finish. Okay. Oh no, I've used up most of my hotspot data for the month. Hope we're able to stay online. My home internet provider is like crapping out today, so I'm having to run this stream on my hotspot, so hopefully the internet's not too laggy. Let's do one more stage. We're gonna play as Robotnik this time. We're gonna do Casino Night Zone. I wish Mario Kart was more skill based, something like use only mushrooms or something. I guess some of the... again, I'm not like super knowledgeable when it comes to kart racers and Mario Kart and whatnot, but I guess it can get pretty skill based. Like, I know some people who are like ridiculously good at Mario Kart. You would think, yeah, you can just throw a blue shell at them and catch up with them still, but I guess some of these games, if you get really, really, really freaking good at, like, you can still make it kind of skill-based. I mean, of course, there'll always be flukes. You can't always get blue-shelled, but to an extent, they can get pretty skill-based. Even when you think that it's mostly luck. And you can be really, really bad at them, like I am. This is hard. This is so much harder than it looks. And I'm really bad at it. I'm enjoying playing as Robotnik though. It's kind of fun playing around, flying around in his little Eggo-matic. Did they ever call it the Eggo-matic outside of the Saturday morning cartoons? Or was that only in the Saturday morning cartoons that they called it that? Oh, okay, it has Mario Kart rules. Or Crash Bandicoot rules? I don't know. It does, there is a drift boost. I guess I could just, like, Sonic All-Stars Racing had the drift boost. Just say it says Sonic All-Stars Racing mechanics. I'd be interested in seeing, well, I was gonna say I'd be interested in seeing a 3D version of this, but then you may as well just play All-Stars Racing, I guess. It would be interesting seeing like a partial 3D version of this, like Mario 64, where like the backgrounds are 3D, but the character models are still 2D. I feel like that would be pretty interesting. And now that I'm saying that, I'm remembering there is a game like that. Sonic... Oh, did we do it? Can we do it? Oh, okay, final lap. First place. Come on, let's go, let's go. Sonic Robo Kart, right? That one's 3D backgrounds, 2D character sprites. Maybe I should give that another go. Or a go. I don't know if I've ever tried it. I've seen so many other people playing it. I can't even remember if I've played it myself. That's how bad my memory is. I see other people do things, and I'm like, did I do that, or did someone else do it? The joys of being an aged gamer. Hey, we did it! First place! Alright, that's a good place to move on to the next game. Exit game. 4:30, huh? Let's see. Can we get through all these? I think we can get through. I'd like to be done by 5, and I think we can get through 4 more games in a half hour. SRB from the past. Final thoughts on Sonic Drift 16-bit. Excellently made, very fun to play. I didn't bother checking if there was a multiplayer mode, but I'd love to try that out multiplayer. And if you like kart racers, highly recommend. Next game is Sonic Robo Blast. Not Clast. Blast from the past. Okay, what do we have here? This looks a little rough. The Unparalleled Classic, the Unfinished Sequel. Let's play the Unparalleled Classic. What is this? What is this late 90s flash cartoon quality music? Original game by Sonic Who, Jonathan Welbank, February 1st, 1998. 6:17 British time. Okay. If I knew the history behind this game, I am sure I'd be lolling up a storm right now. Is this actually like a remake of a 90s fan game? Or is it just meant to look like a 90s fan game? Can't tell if it's parody or not. You can jump here simply by pressing button 0. Same applies here. It's gotta be parody, right? Well, I can't jump up here, not even with my speed. Try a different route. Uh-oh, a badnik. He's easy though, just jump on him. You can also hold down, you'll crouch. This can make you not take any damage, no problems, and dodge anything. This is very silly. This looks a little high for me to simply run up and jump. Keep trying, you can do this. Cool, simply jump to the top and I'll leave training mode. Time for the real thing. Okay, I'm excited. Sonic completed act. Chicka-ching! Sonic Team Junior present Mobius. You can press button 0 to skip any cutscene. Cool place to live. I have to use the restroom. I'll let this cutscene play out while I'm gone. BRB. Okay, sorry about that. Too much pegnog. And if you're wondering what pegnog is, did you hear about that thing from a couple years ago? Pilk, where it's Pepsi mixed with milk? Well, now you know. Sonic Robo Blast, Not Whole Base Zone, Act 1. This, I'll be honest, this isn't too bad. It looks terrible, but it plays okay. I might unironically have to include this in my best Sonic fan games. No, no, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll play a little more of this. Give it a bit of a chance. No, rings, come back. I think I'm not gonna say that it's one of the best Sonic fan games by any means, but I might have to just talk about it because it's like it's at least interesting to talk about. Like there's so many things going on like that sprite just then. I like how the explosion was contained to like a square. Like you can see, I don't know if it was made in Game Maker or what, but you can see like exactly how it was made. There's some games now, like the AAA games especially, where you're like, how the heck did they make this? There's so much going on. And it's so complicated and complex. You gotta wonder how something like, even games that aren't super great, like Hogwarts Legacy, for example, is probably one of the latest big AAA games that I've played. And even though it's not a super duper duper good game, I am amazed by just how much is in it, and like how good it looks, and like how it's amazing that games like that ever get made. And how many of them get made now too. Like I would go so far as to say that too many big AAA games are being made now. Like it used to be a fun novelty, and like it's still super impressive, but like just I don't know. I can't play all these giant massive open world games, and neither can anyone else. It's crazy. I'm not into Western RPGs. I'm not either, generally, but I really liked Harry Potter back in the day, so I wanted to give Hogwarts Legacy a try. Hey, what's with Robotnik this morning? Was that it? Was that the whole cutscene? I might have accidentally pressed the skip button and skipped the rest of it, I don't know. Or that might have just been the whole cutscene, I don't know. The only other Western RPG I've played, I mean, like played a significant amount of that I can think of off the top of my head, is Skyrim, and not even the original Skyrim, and not modded Skyrim either. It was the specifically when the PlayStation VR came out. That was one of the first VR games to come out for it. And I had played a little bit of Skyrim before that, but not enough to get into it. And then being able to explore a giant open world in VR just sounded too cool to me not to pass up. So that's when I got Skyrim VR and played a decent amount of it. Not a huge amount, a few hours at least. But yeah, I'm not super into Western RPGs either. I couldn't even Skyrim VR, I couldn't get super into. Man, though, if there was a JRPG, or like just a maybe even a Japanese developed open world game with a VR mode, I would be so down for that. That being said, I have not played a VR game in probably 3 years. It was so cool when it first came out, and it's still, the technology's still cool, but it's just such a pain to get set up. It's such a hassle. There's so many cords and stuff. I can see why the Quest 2 and I think They have a Quest 3 now, right? I can see why they're so popular. Because it's such a chore getting it set up. And you don't want to just leave it to sit out either all the time. Because like then you have cords laying all over your room or your office or whatever. And who wants cords laying everywhere? It just looks cluttered. I certainly don't want to live in a cluttered, corded mess. I gotta say, I'm being real surprised today at which games are keeping my attention. Games that I thought looked amazing and like really well made up front, I got bored or like lost in them within the first few minutes. And games that looked stupid and terrible, I'm like having a surprising amount of fun with. Was not expecting this. So, good job to y'all developers making these really silly looking meme games actually kind of fun to play. See, that's what's really impressive. Anyone can make a Grand Theft Auto 5 or a what are the other big ones? Tomb Raider sequel or Uncharted 4. But not anyone can make a really stupid looking meme game actually play well and kind of fun to play. All right. I think we're done with this one. I'm having fun, but we got to get through 3 more games in 20 minutes. And we've already played, what, 4 levels of this? Okay, maybe 1 more level. Just 1 more level. Uh-oh. Or maybe next death. So it looks like I'm about to die. Yep, okay. Now we're switching. Tori. Oh, I gotta save Tori for last. I know I'm gonna love Tori. Turbo Leaper. Let's switch the name here. Turbo Leaper. What are we all doing today, guys? Mostly positive. Alex, you guys keeping busy? You playing something while watching? You have any hobbies that you like to do while watching streams or listening to streams? Because surely this isn't entertaining enough to just watch on its own. Campaign. Whoa. This art's a little jarring. It's like really all up in your face. Like very... There's not a lot of contrast. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. It's kind of abstract. It really do be like that. This is just Sonic Robo Blast 1. A compilation. That last game was? Like, I don't think I ever knew what Sonic Robo Blast 1 was. Everyone always talks about Sonic Robo Blast 2. Like, I just assumed Sonic Robo Blast was always 3D, or like partially 3D. I had no idea that it was 2D. Okay, this is interesting. The character art kind of reminds me of I Want to Be the Guy, but the background art also kind of reminds me of I Want to Be the Guy. Look at those little bunnies. They remind me of an enemy in Ragnarok Online. I think they were called Lunas. Like I said earlier, it's not a content free time stream unless I reference an obscure Korean MMO. This plays pretty well so far. Aren't a whole lot of enemies. Oop, I say immediately before getting hit in the face by a giant enemy. I can't hear any of the sound in this one. I gotta turn the audio up. Okay, that should do it. Oh, the jump noise is really loud though compared to the music. Music's so quiet. Doing laundry. That's cool. I should be doing laundry, but this is important. I'm on a work call essentially. I gotta stream so that I can make a video, so that I can put ads on the video, so that I can make money. It's real important. Because if I don't make money, I won't be able to pay my mortgage. And I can't possibly make money doing other things like getting a real job. Because I had one of those for such a long time. And it was terrible. Sonic Drift 16-bit was a little disappointing. It isn't even Sonic Drift like Triple Trouble 16-bit. You think so? What do you mean? Like it just called itself Sonic Drift, but doesn't actually like have the levels and stuff? Just a Mario Kart clone, Mode 7, and all with none of the spirit or soul of the original. What would you say gave the original spirit and soul? Is it just the graphics? Or like, were there some interesting gameplay mechanics in it or something? Because I've only played a little bit of it, but I don't remember it being particularly great. This is kind of fun. It's a little slippery at times. I'm glad that there aren't spikes everywhere. That's one of my biggest complaints with games like I Want to Be the Guy and like Meat Boy and that. Is like how there's just death spikes literally everywhere. Feels like it should be a wall jump area. Oh, that's how you get through. Oops. Oh, that was weird. Come on, get up there. Here we go. Honestly, watching the stream is all I'm doing. Just kind of checked out after eating. I'll probably play something when you bounce. Oh, that's cool. I am amazed that this is entertaining enough to keep you watching it, and I appreciate it wholeheartedly. What do you think you'll play after the stream? Oh, should have been paying attention. Got anything in mind? Got anything in mind? You gonna play more of that Lethal Company? I know, I saw that you made a video on Lethal Company. I have not checked it out yet. But I know absolutely nothing about that game. It looked like it might be a multiplayer focused game? That's about all I maybe know about it? Is it good? Is it any good? Are you gonna play some of that? Ah, dang it. At least there's a lot of checkpoints in this. This is pretty good. I'm having fun with this one. I think they should lower the jump volume and increase the music volume. That is my only complaint with this game so far. Oh, you can't jump on these guys? Wait, can you? I don't know if you can jump on them. Man, ow. Here, kid, use this. Boost yourself into the weak spot and push that thing back. Huh. What, where do I boost myself into? Did that do anything? I don't know where I'm supposed to hit him. Is it the big glowy spot in the back? That would make sense. Oops. Missed it. Oh, he's just like phasing through that. What the heck? It called itself Sonic Drift, but doesn't have similar gameplay. The menus lack the aesthetic, and overall the music choices aren't aligned with Drift at all. Does it not have similar gameplay? It felt similar to me. What defines similar when it comes to a kart racer? I feel like most kart racers have similar gameplay. How do I damage this guy? That's got to be the weak point, right? The big glowy thing? Do I have to like wait for it to come out or something? Is the eye the weak point? I think I tried dashing into the eye already. Oops. No? Is the glowy purple thing the weak point? That would make sense. Oh, okay, that was it. I just wasn't hitting him in the right spot. The menus reuse the Triple Trouble 16-bit style, and the Drift 2 character select music is there instead of the menu music for Drift 1. Just a bit confusing overall. Yeah, like, if it calls itself Sonic Drift 16-bit, it really should be, like, Sonic Drift 16-bit. I can see where you'd be annoyed that it isn't. But I feel like if it called itself something else, it would be alright. Maybe like Sonic Drift Advanced or something. This music is really intense. It's like freaking Twisted Metal music. The speed is also slower, generally Drift in name only. Drift 16-bit is slower? Or the original is slower? Because it felt pretty fast. But, like I was saying earlier, I haven't played the original Drift in years. If the dev keeps up with regular updates, then it'll be something people talk about for years to come. Oh, probably Mass Effect 3. Yeah, you gotta play it with friends. It's a proximity chat horror-ish game. I feel like the right word to describe it is special. Well, that's cool. Special in a good way, right? Because there are definitely games that are special in a good way. Like... gosh. It's a game that's special in a good way. Undertale? Oh, did we do it? Did we actually beat one of these demos? That's cool. And then there are games that are special in a bad way, like Mort the Chicken and Bubsy 3D. Okay, 2 more games. Next up is XF Extreme Formula. That sounds like a racing game if I ever heard one. Mass Effect 3, huh? Is this your first playthrough of Mass Effect 3? That's one of those series that I've been wanting to play through for years, but just haven't gotten around to yet. So many of those. Accelerate, turn, strafe, and boost. Is it a 3D game? I can't remember. This might have been the one that was like F-Zero. I think it was. I think it is. Story? Story mode's locked. Arcade. And sure, let's try a tournament. A proximity chat horror-ish game. So, is it like that one that came out like, what, earlier this year, last year? Phantasmo? Fantasia? Phantasma? You know the one I'm talking about, right? The track layouts and handling are what distinguishes kart racing games. Drift 16-bit is very loose controlling too. Drift 16-bit is slower. Huh. I'm gonna have to try... we definitely want normal. I'm gonna have to try the original Sonic Drift again, because I thought that it played kind of slow, but it's been so long. Gotta play as the cute anime girl, Pink Punisher. Yeah, and then from what I remember, Sonic Drift 2 was just Sonic Drift 1 but better, right? Like, would I be okay to just go back and play Sonic Drift 2, or should I play Sonic Drift 1? Oh, this is cool. This looks so good. Like, graphics-wise, gameplay-wise, so far it's really good too. Man, This captures the F-Zero vibe, like, perfectly. Ooh. But again, another racing game where, like, there's not a whole lot to talk about, so we probably won't play this one very long. And I can't look at the chat while playing, because if I look away for a split second, I'll, like, crash and die. So I guess I'll just look at the chat after each race, and we'll do, I don't know, I'm assuming there's like 3 or 4 races to the tournament, so we'll try to get through them all. Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. But yeah, I'll try to look at the look at what y'all are saying after every race. In 30 out of 31 place, and I'm playing on normal mode. Dang it. It's the lowest difficulty. I'm still so bad at it. You know what game I wanted to try out that I haven't tried out yet is that one by the fake leopard, the Spark the Electric Jester guy. He made a racing game recently, didn't he? I wonder if there's like a demo for that out, because I'm pretty sure there's a paid, like, you can buy that game on Steam, but I don't think, gosh, I went from 16th place to 30th in like a split second. I don't know if there's a way to try that racing game without buying it. Oh, there's a boost. That's good to know. As if I wasn't already going fast enough. What is the... Oh, is that for like hitting your opponents? That's kind of cool. I gotta get close to someone so I can try it. Oh gosh. It's so hard to... Like... As someone who enjoys 3D Sonic games, going real fast, even... This is too fast even for me, I would say. It's just so fast. Okay. The goal is to not end in 30th. Hey, we're getting pretty good. 4th, that's pretty good. Pretty good. LOL, yeah, in a good way. I just feel like playing it with friends will give you a lot of great memories. Phasmophobia, I skipped out on that one, so not sure. And for Mass Effect 3, it's my second playthrough. Time to punish in style with pink. You can play either Sonic Drift game. As far as I can tell, Drift 2 is an incremental improvement. It's pretty much new characters and tracks, but that's about it. Okay, so yeah, I'll probably play Drift 2 again one of these days. I want to say it's tagged on to Sonic Adventure. That might be the place to play it. Oops. I don't remember for sure. Or it might even be in... Doesn't Sonic Origins have some Game Gear games inside of it now? So maybe I can just play it in Sonic Origins? Because I'd prefer not to emulate it if I don't have to, even though playing it in Sonic Origins or Sonic Adventure is essentially emulating it. Just a little, I don't know, makes me feel a little better about myself if I play it inside of a legit game that I own and paid for. Mass Effect, that is like the game that BioWare is known for, right? For like all the deep decision making. Like, I'm sure Baldur's Gate probably took a lot of influence from that, right? Because it has all the like deep decision making. Is that what made you decide to go back and play it again? Because you wanted more Baldur's Gate? I don't know if we're going to play this whole tournament. I'm having fun, but there's not a whole lot to talk about with this game. I think we'll just finish this race and then move on to Tori, the last game for the day. Look at him go. Look at how fast she goes. I forgot I was playing as a girl character. Look at her punishment in pink. Final lap. Hey, first place. Can we keep it? Nope. Maybe we can catch up again? Maybe? Oh, so bad at it. So bad. How have you guys played F-Zero? Finished first. All right, we did it. That's a good place to end that one. We've done okay at 2 games today, at least 2 games today. All right, this is the one I'm looking forward to. I love these Tori games so much. They're so good. Tori Jolly Jam. Okay, that is loud. That is so much louder than the last game. We got, oh, that font's kind of hard to read. Play Jolly Jam, bonus presents, credits. Yeah, we'll play Jolly Jam. We'll play Jolly Jam. Just gets right into it. Okay. Yeah, like, I said this in my Sage video. The guy who makes these games could just keep making them all the same forever, and I would just play all of them. It's one of those formulas that just works so well, and like it doesn't need you don't even need to improve on it. It's like Mega Man, like, except I'm actually decent at it. You can just keep doing the same thing over and over again, and I'll be so happy. So really, we've come full circle with this stream, from Mega Man to Mega Man. I just love Mass Effect. I played 1 and 2 last year, so I'm just finishing up the trilogy. That's cool. Is it that you just love Mass Effect, or are you just being tsundere and you don't want to compare it to Baldur's Gate? I think there might be some subliminal desires in there that you just don't want to admit. Yeah, just something about this game. Like, the level design's there, it's on point. The gameplay is on point. Doesn't need any special gimmicks, any special power-ups. All you need is a little birdie with some fast feet, a backpack, and a double jump, and a homing attack. That's all you need. And a drop dash. I don't know what those bells do. Choose a present. Wow. We got... What did we get? We got Tori. Oh, what a day it has been. All I want now is a delicious portion of ice cream. Only question is, where to get it from? Whoa. Gameception. A game within the game. Oh, dang it. Why did it leave? Why did it... Dang it. Don't press circle. Or B. Don't press B. It immediately leaves the game. It's just like Five Nights at Freddy's. Because there's a game inside the game. He's got no money to get ice cream. I shouldn't leave without my key. Where's his key? Is it in one of these cupboards? Why is Tori in the game so much slower than Tori not in the game I wonder if something got stuck in the pipes again. Still waiting for my new backpack delivery. It should have been here yesterday. Where's your key, bro? feel like... Oh, that was a key? I just thought that was like a decoration or something. What is this? Tsundere, yes, but I also started Mass Effect 3 before Baldur's officially released. Fair enough. You win this round. It's way past usual working hours, but someone is still working there. A phone, though I have no one to call right now. A garbage can. Can we go inside? What is going on? Where do we go? How do we... A phone, though I have no one to call right now. Oh, no, that's where we came from. Okay, so we just gotta go up here? Why are there so many phones just hanging out on the ground? What's this? A moving thing. Good evening, my good citizen. If you would have money, I could provide you with the town's best ice cream. Where are we supposed to get money? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't have time for this. We got... Oh, was that it? Is it just the one level? Oh. I think it's just the one level. And you just get more of the presents after playing the level. Okay, we'll get one more present and see what the other presents are. Play this one more time. Once I finish Mass Effect, I want to play through the Monster Hunter series from the beginning. I love Monster Hunter so much. Monster Hunter. I hear that from so many people. And so many of my friends, well, not my current friends, but friends from like middle school and high school were super into it. Unfortunately, they got into it. It was only local multiplayer at the time, and they got into it after I had moved away from them. So I had no one to play with it, so I could never really get into it, because I hear that game's a lot better. If not played local co-op, then at least, or online co-op now, I guess, then at least like talked about with other people. But I've never had that experience of being able to get into it with someone else, because like, I don't know. And maybe the single player mode is good too, but there's nothing that motivates me to come back to that game. Like the early, I think they have more of a story now, but the early ones, it just felt like just the same thing over and over, rinse and repeat. You kill monsters, you get loot. You upgrade your weapons. You kill more monsters, you get loot, you upgrade your weapons, rinse, repeat. Like, I don't know, it just didn't click with me. And I don't know how much of that is because I didn't play it, I only played it single player? Or maybe I didn't give enough of a chance? I don't know. But so many of the people whose opinions I appreciate, and like, I agree with them on so many things, have said, you need to play Monster Hunter, Xenoblade Chronicles, and Persona. And all three of those, I can't get into. I'm like, why not? Oh, sound test. Tori Jolly theme. Okay, well, I think we're gonna end it there. I promised that 11-year-old that I'd check out his YouTube channel, so we're gonna do that really quick before ending the stream. Purple Demon King, huh? Purple Demon King. Is it this guy? I think it's this guy. He has 7 subscribers. It's got a cool channel icon. Wonder where he found that. Yep, that looks like an 11-year-old, all right. I was hoping it would be gameplay and not just his face. Okay, we're gonna look at this one. Looks like Christmas lights or something. It's buffering. aren't you loading? Refresh. Stream's working okay, right? Oh no, the stream's not even, the stream's laggy. Okay, uh-oh. Okay, good thing we're ending it soon. I don't think I have enough bandwidth for videos and stream. Okay, whatever. Purple Demon King, I'm gonna watch one of your videos and comment it after the stream. Those of you who tuned in, thanks for watching. Mostly positive. Alex, you guys are the goats. Uh, Dude, if you ever want to play, just let me know. Monster Hunter World is so dope. The collaborations are insane. You fight a behemoth from Final Fantasy. I saw that. It looked so cool, but I don't know. I had Monster Hunter World, but I think I sold it.